Hello everyone, this is Peter. Welcome to Huaihai Global live broadcast. I will be the host today. As we all know, many countries are encouraging the development of electric vehicle with different policies because everybody see the benefits that it doesn't really cause any pollution and more environmental. In recently, not only for daily riding, but also for delivery company. And the delivery riders found that it really can save the cost and much more easy operation. So in early days in China, that you can see many delivery riders would like to buy the electric e-rickshaw and DIY by themselves, most to aid the boxes or the basket on the electric scooters to meet their delivery job requirement for getting more carrying capacity. Based on those background, we designed this model, but with more professional and more safety, of course, with more beautiful way. Today it's my great honor to take the opportunity by online Canton Fair and share with you guys one of our best popular model. We call it a KC3. First, I would like to give you guys the outlooking of KC3. Which I think is also most important reason that it can be the big sellings. KC3, the oversize size is 2000 millimeter, the length. The width is 750 millimeters. The height is 1280 millimeters. The whole plastic part of the KC3 are made of 100% ABS and more environmental, which can have a stronger support. No matter which way you are looking at it, it can reply you a shiny and tiny feedback. Compare with the motorcycle, I'm not judging the old style, but since there's thousands of Hamlet in thousands people's eyes, but at least for me, I like the design because it looks more modern and the light feels like I can get a very quick reply when I join on it. As I mentioned, one of the reasons that this model was designed is because it can carry more capacity. We add a basket in the front area that we can use, supporting on the headlight. This basket also can play a role of protector if any crash traffic problem happened. We use LED light with the daily running function. You also can adjust the height of the front light according to different road condition in the night time. The LED light also was approved by EMARC standard and the CCC standard, energy saving, and it can be used for a long time. The indicators, which I think is another part, important part for driving, and also needed to be designed very, very cool. In this way, I feels like it looks like the ear of KC3. The front fender is also by electric painted and 100% ABS material. When I look at it, it feels like sounds like metal, not plastic, and I think this we call it 100% ABS. And also the front absorber, we use 31 millimeter hydraulic easily and smoothly. You can drive past on different road condition. You will not even feel tired, even through bumpy road through a long time driving. Let's look at the driving bar area. I just like the way how it looks. To be honest, the mental color can bring me the feeling of muscles. And I believe that's why this is one of the reasons that can attract the people who is the big fan of motorcycle. The combination switch bar. Seems like there are many operation buttons, but with this display, which is nice display, it showed more humanization. Everything is just there when you wanted to use. This is the high B light, headlight, and deep the headlight, the direction, and the horn button. Well, it's really strong, I have to say, and I still can feel the sound in my mind. In this area, you will have this is the bright level for headlight, so you can adjust the bright level in different road condition in the night time. This is another horn button. So this for forward and reverse button. And I wanted to introduce this 3-speed shift, which is on the down area. Adopt with the Titan meter, so you can have and you can check the current speed for each one. And I think now let us check the 3-speed just one by one. First we try speed 1. I just twist the bar until I cannot. So the maximum speed, as we can see, is around 27 kilometers per hour, which I think that is the new Chinese driving speed for electric two-wheelers. Okay, let's try the speed 2. Still twist the bar until I cannot. Okay. To be honest, I really can feel the power from the rear motor, and the top speed of speed 2 is around 50, which I think is already a very high speed. So, are you guys ready for the speed 3? Because now I feel like a little bit worried. But anyway, let's try the speed 3 now. As we can see, the speed just go for around 100 km per hour in a second. And I just got one question: that what is the 0 to 50 kilometer per hour acceleration capability for Tesla? And I really want to answer. If you guys know, and please let me know. Okay, with those 3-speed bottom, you can drive KC3 smoothly, and also can meet your driving condition according to different road conditions, like climbing, which I think this will be happen a lot in daily driving. Another is the crowded street, and also my favorite part, which is the fast and the furious. And also there is a very considerate design that we put one cover aside with meter. It will give you a good view of that you can check the information from the meter, no matter in a rainy day or shining day. What we still have in the meter, let's check one by one. So you can see the current speed and the speed position you have now. Now we are in speed 1. And we have a battery balance, and we have the mileage, we have the power rate. Also we have the light information and the direction information. All useful things in the meter. And my friend, you should try the feeling when you hold the driving bar. I can really feel the art of ergonomic. As you can see, my back and my arm just in a nice and comfortable gesture. And I think I can and I really want to drive this electric two-wheel all day long. Let's move to the power switch area. The power switch area, you will have 3 positions. Switch on and switch off seem like Euro, but you will also have switch to control the battery box, which is under the seat. There you go. So one position with multiple function. And also don't forget to lock the electric two-wheelers whenever you want to stop. And in case that you forget to lock it, we give one also considerate design that you can check this one button here, and you just press lightly. In a second, the whole power switch system will be locked. And if you wanted to reopen again, you just use this key by the special pattern on the bottom of the key, and just to make sure every time you put the pattern in the right direction. There you go. For the brake system, we use disc brake for both the front and the rear according to its high speed. And this brake system can give you a very quick reply if there is some emergency that is going to happen. And also with hand parking system to avoid the sliding when you parking the vehicle, especially in front of a traffic light. And it just can release your hand, which you have to follow the traffic rules. Otherwise, your finger will be crazy tired. Let's move the side. The side area, you will have 2 holders, the single holders and the double holders on the chassis. Single holders was used mostly in daily riding. You don't also have to worry about the misoperations, because every time you pull the holder out, the whole power system will be cut off. And the scooter's system will be every dangerous situation was considered and under control in our R&D process. The seat and the backrest are such soft, as we consider that the delivery rider will not just ride one time or two times in a day, but will drive most of the time in a day. So in case give them supportive, good quality seat can relax them during their one day's hard working. Let's move to the back area. The back area obviously is sitting a plastic box. The material also I mentioned just now is 100% ABS. And we can use the same key to open the box. Much more environmental material, and the volume of box is 50 liter with thermal isolation material, which can stop the environmental change from outside, and also can change the environmental change, stop the change quickly inside. It is so huge, so there will be no place left for the passengers. And at the down area, you will have the big pedal. The big pedal, I found that they are very useful and helpful in two ways. One is that it can rest your leg, because the KC's width is 750 millimeter. You will still feel comfortable even through a long time sitting on the back area. Another one is can play a role of a rear bumper to avoid the scratch, which can be happen easily and unconsciously. The rear light, it is so big and bright, aside with the directions indicators, and you will have the reflector. Those areas can be a good reminder to the following cars or the following scooters. Of course, the rear fender is 100% ABS, and by electric painting also. And the rear suspension, we use 30 millimeters. Adapted with the front absorber, it can provide the best driving experience. And the whole chassis is high-strength steel. You don't have to worry even running in a raining day, and it will not get rusting even by 5 years later. And the tire we use 12-inch with a deeper pattern. It will have a great ability of road holding. Now let's talk about the power system. We use 2000 watts rear motor inside the rear rim. The maximum power rate can up to 4000 watts, which can guarantee you the climbing ability and the faster speed. Adopts with 60 watt 18 big MOS controller. This controller can control the temperature of rear motor and other data in normal performance. And the main cable we used for KC3 6 square millimeters and 100% copper wire that can make sure every electric spare parts are working all well. The last but not the least, the main part for electric two-wheelers, the battery. We use a 64 volt 40 ampere lithium battery. With this lithium battery, the range can go at least 80 kilometers. And also with the character of a lithium battery, the charging time will be around 5 to 6 hours in the normal way. But you still have option to aid faster charge, which is under 4 hours. And I do believe you also mentioned that the battery box. As you can see, the battery box is open style, which means totally you will have two ways to charge the bike. One is to charge the battery on the bike. Another one is you can carry the battery out and charge anywhere you like, which I think this is a very good design because it's very useful for the people who is living in an apartment. And I do believe most of the people who is living in the urban city, they charge in this way. And you also don't have to worry about the battery power out, because you just can have a rest and enjoy a couple of coffee in the shop area with faster charging. Just by the way, if you don't think the 60 volt and 40 ampere battery is not enough for your daily riding, you can still choose the high powerful battery, which is 72 volt and 50 ampere. The speed and the range will be extended. My friend, you might ask me why I put the pendle on the KC3 now, because seems like there's no space left for any single passengers. But you can choose to remove the rear box. Since this model is getting more and more popular, we already sell it in many ways and to many customers. Now I would like to invite one of my colleagues, and who is also in charge of the spare parts of KC3, and he will show us how to disassemble and assemble the rear box. Let's welcome my colleague Ochi. Mr. Ochi will show us how to exactly to disassemble first the rear box. As we can see, use the key to take the 4 pieces of plastic out. You will find that there are a couple of bolts inside. When we disassemble the rear box, we really can show that it's really be fasting, very strong. And many people buy KC3 from us. They always worry about how to disassemble and how to assemble the rear box. During Mr. Ochi give us the example, we can find that it's just easy to put the nuts on and take the nuts out. Not too much process. Let's take the rear box out. And just to put it inside, on the side. And this will be on the bottom. We can check the structure. Sometimes we find the rider who is in China marketing, the people really don't like the rear box because the volume is only, maybe they say it's only 50 liter. So by this way, they can really load more and put a large things on the back area. If you can check the structure, we also give the design that you can put a seat on the back area. That's why I said the big pedal is a good partner for the back seat, that you can sit in the back area even through a long time and you will not feel tired, just like this way. Also, the rear structure can play a role of rear bumper because it feels very strong. And for the front basket, you still can move it. But I like to keep it because you can put the goods from shopping and from supermarket. As I mentioned, this model was designed to give him more carrying capacity, and we also designed the little containers on the bike. In this area, you can put your cell phone, your wallet, or your cups. And this hanger here also can put your bag. And as I mentioned, you have two-way charge the car. One is to take the battery out, and another one is charging on the bike. And this area inside is the frame. Normally we give the frame code inside, and very easy to take it out and very easy to check, because we all know that in China market now, if you want to drive the electric two-wheelers on the street, you must apply the name card from government. And another thing I want to mention about is the controller. The controller in this in KC3 we matched is 60 volt and 18 big mode controller. This controller can smart control the temperature of the rear motor, and sometimes because the rear motor is 2000 watt. When you driving on a high speed, maybe around 80 km per hour, the rear motor will have a bad performance because of the hot. And the controller can control the hot and the temperature into a normal way and other date. So make sure the controller, the rear motor can continuously provide the power system. And thanks my colleague Ochi for the disassemble, and we will assemble the rear box later. And now I would like to invite one of my colleagues, Joseph, who is the sales manager in Huaihai Holding Group, and he's mainly in charge in Asian area and about electric two-wheel marketing. And I will invite him to talk and share about what is the future for the electric two-wheelers for the next few years, and what is his advice according to different countries' policy. Hello, Joseph. How are you?
Hello. Fine.
Thank you for joining us.
Exactly.
Please have a seat.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for joining us again. But today I have a little questions according to your experience in electric two-wheelers career.
It's my pleasure to join this broadcast.
Thank you. There you go. As we all know that the global warming problems is getting worse and worse.
Yeah, you're right.
And many countries already give the policy to change the way how people daily life, especially in daily vehicles. So what do you think about electric development in the next future?
This is a very big question.
Right.
From my view, I believe my answer will be yes.
Okay. Can I know why?
Just like what you were talking about in today's broadcast, many countries are giving new policy to support the development of electric vehicles.
Yes.
Some countries are giving much lower import custom duty, as well as some other countries are giving subsidy to the end users.
Right. I already have some information like the country India and South Korea also.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. However, every time when there are new policies, there must be some changes and or challenges behind this policy. In today's world, the energy consumption of countries all over the world are mainly developing on the oil.
Right.
But oil is a very is kind of a strategic resource. It is not renewable. So if a country is over reliance on oil, it will increase the strategic risk to the country's security. Therefore, you can see many countries, including China, is trying to optimize the energy consumption structures. Besides, with the increasing quantity of motorcycle cars, it brings a lot of, just like you said, environmental problem, like air pollution, noisy pollution, and global warming. Sure. As well as many social problems like traffic jam.
Yes.
It's very noisy, and parking problem.
And also I found that, let me give you an example, like from my side, in India market, few years ago, we still can find now, there are many yellow small mini vehicle on the street. They call it tuk-tuk.
Yeah.
And this tuk-tuk model was designed in India market.
Mm-hmm.
In the earlier time, they're really helpful because most of the driver would do the same job like a taxi did.
Yeah.
And they help people get home faster after people take off work by bus or subway.
Mm-hmm.
It is very, very cheap but very efficient.
Mm-hmm.
But since the society developers, this tuk-tuk model was also caused many society problems, just like you said, the air pollution and the noise. Well, anyway, it's very, very sharp point. So you think the development of a vehicle will have a faster development in the next future?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. According to the development history of a vehicle in China, so what do you think about the development of electric outside of China?
Well, Peter, before I answer this question, I want to ask, when you or your parents buy the first e-scooter or e-bike in your family?
Wow, I think that will be a very long time ago. I think probably 10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago, a very long time.
Right.
But before that, what do you use?
Before that, since I was young, my father take the bikes a lot.
Okay, see, actually, the electric bike already appeared in China market more than 20 years ago.
Okay.
But up to 10 years ago, you were using the e-bike as the transportation tool. So this kind of products always took a very long time to make the public or normal people to accept them, because sometimes maybe 2 years or 10 years ago, to buy an e-bike is a big investment for a family.
Right.
But so when people make their decision, they have to consider many aspects to make the decision to buy it or not. At the beginning, they were using, just like you said, from bike to e-bike. At the beginning, this kind of product, especially the e-bike, they were using to replace the bike because e-bike, the price is acceptable and it's much more convenient than bike. Later, when there was the limitation policy against the motorcycle, then there comes e-scooter in Chinese market and develop very fast.
Yes, and it seems like one family at least own one bikes, but normally at least like two bikes, two electric vehicles.
Right. So I think the electric two-wheeler for global market will welcome its time very soon.
Great. And according to your speech, comparing with motorcycle, what advantages and disadvantages does the electric have, or let's just focus on KC3. What do you think the advantage and disadvantage?
I think this is a tough question.
Yeah.
Okay. Regarding
just want to share about
regarding the
question.
advantages or disadvantages. Before we talk about this topic, we should focus on who are the buyer and what they are concerned about.
Okay, yes, go ahead.
In China, motorcycles are not allowed to run on in city area.
Yes, nowadays not.
So people have to consider about the replacement, not comparing which one is better or which one is worse.
Yes.
They just have to choose the electric because motorcycle is not allowed.
Right.
And I'm still talking about the policies. For policies, I think this is the first important factor for the development of electric two-wheelers. To normal people, price may be a very important point to consider. Just like I said, as many of the people in the world, or our potential buyer, they are not rich yet. They will consider more like cost, speed, capacity, convenience, and comparing between electric two-wheelers and motorcycle. So for them, the investment in e-bike or motorcycle is a big output for their family. So if there's no such kind of a policy to stop them thinking about motorcycle, I think they will probably pay same money or lower money to buy economic motorcycle for their family use.
Okay, so you keep positive way attitude to electric two wheels or to our KC model.
Yeah, right. For normal people and normal model, probably it will take some time to make the public to accept this kind of new product. But for KC3, it's quite different. It will be very fast, I think.
Yes, sure, I do believe also.
You are exporting this model to Korea. Very good.
Yeah,
many units already in Korea market. So for what purpose they are using KT3?
Well, I was taking this question to join Korea market last year, and I found that most of the rider is not for daily riding. And with the government support, I mean the government's policy, most of the rider would do the same business. Like in China, we call it quick service.
Yeah.
Before the electric two-wheelers come into the market, most of the driver they use motorcycle. But as I mentioned before, motorcycle riders is much costly than electric two-wheelers, and the electric two-wheelers are also much easy operation. So under the policy, most of the drivers now already change the motorcycle into electric two-wheelers. That's why this KC3 model are like a superstar in the taking away business.
Yeah. Similar thing happening in other countries also. Like I visited Pakistan, Indonesia, Philippines, and other countries
Right.
many times, and
Right.
always I will see this kind of food delivery motorcycle on the street. You know, for electric two-wheelers, this might be new products to the market. But for the food delivery, this kind of service already there in the market.
Yeah.
They just, like you said, they are riding motorcycle with the rail box to deliver food or other quick service, quick
Yeah.
delivery.
Which is not a professional way, I believe.
This kind of service always, supplied, as I see, supplied not by the restaurant themselves, but by a third party or a platform.
Yeah, in China we call it Meituan.
Yeah, Meituan, 饿了么.
Yeah, right.
Similar like this. This kind of company, they have the motorcycle and they have the riders and provide food delivery service to those restaurants.
Right. You mean the KC3 can be a good choice even for Pakistan and Nepal marketing?
Yeah, I think so. Let me explain.
Okay.
One very important for KC3, one very important advantage is the usage cost is very low.
Right.
For this model, we use lithium battery, and the lifetime can be 5 years
Right.
long.
As I mentioned, the whole chassis was by electric painting.
So, in this way, it means in this 5 years, you will not worry about the fuel cost.
Right.
Comparing to the motorcycle, it's very cheap when you use it.
You mean electricity with fuel?
Yeah, as our calculation, for example, we take China market for example.
Right.
In China, if you run about 100 kilometers, it will consume about 2 liter
Right.
gasoline.
Yes, right.
It means more than 10 RMB. But for the electric KC3, we only need 1.8 or 1.7 something.
Right.
So the cost comparing to the motorcycle is quite cheap. So you can say for each day, if each unit will run about 100 kilometers and 2 liter gasoline is needed and 10 RMB cost is needed. So 5 years means you will save about say 18,000 RMB for
Wow.
each unit.
To be honest, I didn't notice this information because we give 2 ways to charge the bike. One is on the bike, and another one is you can take the battery out and carry it home. And when I charge the battery, I feel like I was charging the phone. Seemed like I did every day, and I do believe everybody did every day.
Yeah.
And the electricity, I never compare with the cost of fuel.
Yeah.
But if we say 5 years from now, by using electricity and a motorcycle, I think if I buy one electric two-wheel, can save a lot of economic for me.
So if you are a boss of this kind of company, will you buy the KC3 for food delivery?
And that's why the South Korea market now is slowly changing the motorcycle delivery into electric two-wheelers.
Yeah, right, exactly.
That's good choice and very smart of them. And to be honest, if I run the delivery company, I will change the motorcycle delivery way just into electric way.
Yeah, you're a good businessman.
Thanks. Well, can you share me more information about, from Huaihai Holding Group, which is such a huge company in mini vehicle. China about what is the marketing plan for electric two-wheelers or electric vehicles?
For this question, at present, I can just tell you that we are planning a very big project to cooperate a big project, or you can say cooperation mode, between our dealer, Huaihai Global, and battery supplier. It will be an all-in-one project to provide the overall solution for developing electric two-wheeler in each country. And for our friends, if you want to know the further details, you can. We welcome you to join us and discuss together to develop the electric business in your country.
And also can talk about the whole business of electric two wheels for all over the world. Thank you guys for watching today, and thank you, Joseph, for joining us again.
My pleasure.
Sure. If you have further questions or if you have interested models, you just come to us. And thank you for watching again. See you later. Bye bye.